don't know if anyone's going to be jumping in. Anyone going to be here? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Kind of a spur of the moment thing. I tried to actually get TikTok to put out a thing, but it wouldn't let me do it. And I wanted to do it at 6, and it was only going to allow me to do it at 7. So, hello. I don't know how many people are going to get here, but nice to see everyone. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Something kind of wanted me to go live. Something, you know, all day was like, go live, go live, go live. So, here I am. I'm very good. How are you? Thank you. Thank you for the rose. Excuse me. I just drank some ginger beer. Hello, hello, hello. I actually just uploaded this video to try to put out a little reminder, not necessarily a reminder, a thing that I wanted to go live. So hopefully the video, I don't even know if the video uploaded. But this is the story we got. We'll go through this story and then we'll see if anything else pops up. I'm actually kind of feeling like doing, you're stressed. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see what we get into, okay? I am thinking about doing Zodiac by Element. Also, I'm going to do this story, and then I'm thinking about doing some, the elements, doing it by the elements. If that sounds good to anyone. 30 souls. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me. We are doing some reads today. Yes, we are. Okay. I actually started this. I actually just uploaded a TikTok starting off with this story, and I'm going to continue with this story right here. And then I'm going to do some elements. Hello. Thank you. 48 souls. Thank you very much, everyone. How's everyone's Sunday going so far? Everyone having a very nice Sunday, hopefully. Lazy Sunday. Okay. Hello. Barbie from, I didn't see all of your name. It went up. K. Stanfield. Hello. You're tired. Abby, you're so tired. Oh my goodness. Well, may your energy be restored. I froze. I'm a little cold, actually. Hello, Christina Castro. Hello, Kim Holy Cross. Cool name. Deanie67. North, south. Okay, so we have, let me see, 71 souls. Wow, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Angel. Claire. Christina Castro. Hello. Somebody said hello, but the name went up so quick. Zugas. Munchkins. You're very happy. I'm happy that you're happy. Very good. Very good. All right. We have 87 souls here. 87 beautiful souls. Yes, I wasn't expecting that. I woke up and I was like, damn, I slept late today. What's going on? And I was texting my sister. She was like, did you set your clock for it? I was like, no. I said, no. So that's what it is. Because I was like, my phone is like, you know, my phone's right. But trying to distract yourself. I thought they were going to stop that, you know, the whole time thing with, you know, an hour ahead, an hour. Why? Why are we still doing this? 100 souls, 100 beautiful souls. Thank you, everyone. Hello from Iowa. Thank you, Chris Bissett. Corin Lennon. I hope I said that right. Hello, Darlene. Hello. Thank you for the follow. You think it happens next year? Yeah, they say that every year, I think. I didn't see your full name. Angel, Earth Angel Love, Rose Kemper. Oh, it's getting a lot of, okay. Stopping of the time. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what they, apparently, you know. And then next year, they'll do it again. They'll say, next year, we're going to change it. Okay. All right. So, now what I got was, is everyone ready to get started? We have 84 souls here. Everyone ready to get started? Sending love and light. Thank you. Thank you. Doreen, thank you very much. Okay. All right, Claire. So looks like everyone is ready to get started. I forgot to message somebody about the going live. Hold on one second. Hopefully my phone isn't dead. Okay. All right, I apologize. She wanted to know when I was going live and I didn't want to exclude her. Okay. And I may actually need a moderator or two. So if anyone would like to assist me this time, if you're able to and you want to, feel free, and I'll go ahead and mark you, because sometimes I get people who jump on here that are here to bother everyone. So I don't technically like using that term, but yes, I have been known to channel energies and read energies, but I don't like to say it. I don't know who that is. 105 souls. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Rachel Prince. You would love to. Silver Arrow. Does that mean you would want to help me out with, because sometimes I get people in here. Rose from Oregon. Hello, Rose. Riley Sunshine. Hello, Jurgenville. My day's going well. Thank you, Silver Arrow. I will go ahead and make you. Thank you very, very much. Oh. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Jason. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 110 beautiful souls here. Thank you, Jason. Mark from... Okay, so Silver Arrow, you are Mark. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you helping me out. Okay. So basically, there's people that come on and they try to get people to message them. Hello, Grace. Cool name. Fighter 1. We get people that just kind of like come in that try to get people to message them for phony readings. If you can just get rid of them if they come in. I appreciate that. And anything that is like not good or, you know, threatening, harassing. I'll give you a hand too. Okay, Rachel Prince, I'll go ahead and mark you. Thank you. We'll do it just for this reading, so I appreciate you guys. If you have to go at some point, you can't stick around. Don't feel forced to stay here if you have to go. There's my girl, she's crafty. All right. Don't feel forced if you have to go. You know, don't feel forced. So if you want to be a moderator or whatever. There she is. There's Linda. So far I got 4, Linda, so you're not going to be getting beat up one so much. I just remembered last minute to message you. Nova Scotia, Simply Sam. I think that's what that says. Okay. All right. 111 souls. Perfect timing. All right. I think we're ready to get started. I don't know if anyone actually saw the TikTok I uploaded to notify everyone that I was going to go live. But what I pulled out was the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Wands in reverse. And at some point when I pulled out the 6 of Cups, I had the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And then what I kind of got from this is there is somebody who feels as though it's like somebody that's very, very valuable, somebody that they've always wanted or always wished for. Something may have happened and they no longer want to keep this person blocked. So somebody could be having a change of heart. Okay. These right now are just this is just a collective energy, and then I'm going to probably do I might do some elements. Okay. But as of right now, this doesn't cost anything. Okay. This is just collective. If it do personal, then we might talk about something else. Anyway, there is someone, look, and now I got the 10 of Wands there. So somebody may have done something. They may have made a mess of something. I'm getting somebody's like, they don't want to let somebody go. Somebody kind of wants to they want to come back. Maybe they want to take something back. Okay. I also had at one point, once I did this, and I had the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So somebody may feel like, somebody feels like it's the way that they talk to people. The way that they talk to people. Somebody's realizing, it's like somebody kind of seeing their faults, their mistakes in something as well. I feel like, I tell you what I'm getting, whether it's this energy in particular, or if it's just in a sense, a lot. I'm just looking outside. Sometimes when I start to channel, I look in a certain direction. What I'm getting is, this feels almost like a collective energy where there's going to be a lot of different people that are in this frame of mind or the mindset. It's like the mind is reconfiguring itself. This is how I'm seeing it. I'm actually like, I'm visualizing like a diagram of like a brain. It almost looks computerized, and I see all these numbers, and I just hear this, like, it reminds me of like a weird movie or something like that. But what that's telling me is like, it's like somebody's like brains are going to be upgraded. So something about people's emotions, they're going to start to be rationalizing things, but also deeply thinking about a lot of things, looking at themselves. People could be getting flashes of insight, maybe even flashes of, I don't know if this makes any sense. I'm going down a rabbit hole here. People are going to be seeing things that they've done in the past, probably even throughout their life. That was another part that I had gotten, about something being healed from the childhood. Okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry if no one saw the TikTok I uploaded a few minutes ago. It's in reference to this. That was the other side of the story, the other side of the coin. The other side of the coin. So somebody had maybe lost or forced or pushed somebody away, and they didn't want to. They knew that they probably could never find anyone like that, that's somebody that they wanted or wished for. However, they may have seen repeated patterns. Yeah, confirmation. They may have seen repeated patterns of a certain behavior that they were committing and not realizing. It's kind of like, looking back at something and be like, oh, maybe I could have handled that different, or maybe I was the jackass in that scenario, or looking at it differently. It's like once upon a time, when you were in your teens, 20s, even 30s, you may have done certain things and you felt very hard, had a very hard stance on whatever it was, and thought that you were right. Well, now it's almost like looking at, it's almost like literally like waking up, like literally like waking up today, coming out of bed, springing from your bed and being like, seeing a flash of a certain situation, like, and feeling different about it. I don't know if this is making sense to anyone else. That's what I'm getting. So I apologize. I tend to be long-winded. I apologize. So that's what I have. So in regards to that, there is someone, and this could have been a past love. I'm getting it's a past love. It's a past love. Whether this person comes forward or not, don't know. Doesn't matter. However, this person, whoever they are thinking about it. So let's chalk it up to this. Okay. I'm just receiving them as the messages come in. I'm just receiving it. Chalk it up to this. Whether that person comes back or not, whatever it was that happened between you and a person, somebody could have really made a mess of a lot of things. Somebody could have even flipped over a table, did something like that. I'm seeing a bunch of stuff. I'm just seeing a big mess. Somebody could have done something. Why am I seeing a mess on a table? Somebody could have made a big mess about something. Okay. Now, whether that person comes back or not, it may be good just to know that they're thinking about whatever it was that they did. And they want to be a better person. Oh, this is beautiful. Ooh, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. I'm seeing a clip from the movie, Is It As Good As It Gets, with Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt when they're at dinner. And he explained to her, he was supposed to pay her a compliment because he's a very neurotic person. This person is probably very neurotic or very OCD. This person could be very OCD. And they may say things that are awkward. They may even be socially awkward. Okay? He had explained to her that he had started taking his medication when he met her. And it didn't sound like a compliment. She actually started to feel insulted. And he had to explain to her it's because she made him want to be a better man. So this doesn't have to be a man that we're speaking to. I'm not picking on males. I'm not picking on masculine energies. Because this certainly can be a feminine energy. That's just the line from the movie. So that's how somebody is feeling right now. So regardless of whatever happens, whether this person reaches back out to you, I mean, who knows? Maybe it would never work out anyway again. Maybe you guys both got the lesson that you both needed at the time. Just know that whatever it is, you, whoever you are, made this person look at themselves and now they want to be a better person. And I think that that's so beautiful. I feel very relieved and light after that. But I also feel very tired. Did that make sense? Yeah, I actually started to get a little bit upset, but I was able to hold it together. So whoever this person is, they maybe don't like to cry. And for whatever reason, it could have been something about how they were raised. Maybe they're not very into their emotions. Maybe they've been learning to shut their emotions down. So it's so beautiful. This person's learning to get in touch with their emotions. I don't drink. Yeah. You felt free when you woke up this morning. Then you could be tapping into that energy. Yes, yes. Literally, like, I don't know if you were here a minute ago when I said it's like literally somebody even probably woke up today feeling like that. Okay. I don't know necessarily if it's going to be something that turns into, friends and you may not hear from the person. Like I said, regardless, you may not ever hear from this person. This may just be like an energetic, because like I said, I was seeing the diagram of like a brain and all these computer numbers and stuff like that. Somebody could deal with numbers. Maybe they're a mathematician. Maybe they're a math teacher. Maybe they're an accountant. That's what I'm saying. Somebody probably likes to do equations, computing things. Okay. Excuse me, you're dealing with a lot of numbers. Okay. So that's what I got from that. Whew. You make this person want to be a better person, and not what they were or what they did. All right. Woo. Woo. And they probably are going through a lot, whether you know it or not. This person could be going through a lot. They may have released a lot of things and even a lot of people. All right. Wow, that was beautiful. I've been waiting to hear from. It's very possible that you may not hear from this person. This person may not. They may have a very difficult time getting into their emotions. They may have a difficult time expressing. They may have been put in a certain situation where they felt like they were never really able to express themselves. And even probably like growing up, they were probably not allowed. They may have been, let's say, sometimes there's people with certain backgrounds when growing up. Their parents could have been very, very, logical. But let's say, hey, Jess, hello. It could have been somebody, like a military background, where, sometimes there's, hello, where there's some people who can be very strict or very stern. They could have been in that type of an environment. So being able to even just squirt or shed a tear could probably be very difficult. But not that they don't feel pain. They probably feel excruciating pain, but they're having a hard time letting it out. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Arnell. I can't read it looks like it says. I'm not supposed to talk about health. It's kind of illegal. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Is there anything else you need me to talk about with this? I feel like, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you. Now, a lot of times people hold tarot readers to a certain standard, and it's just, sometimes it's because a lot of times we get so many messages, and we tend to, there's times when things as it's coming out of my mouth, I may even forget something else, a good point. So there's usually a lot, especially when doing collective readings, we're picking up on so many different messages. And again, this isn't even personal readings, because energies can fluctuate at any time. A lot of times it can show, because for me, the Seven of Wands in reverse. So Seven of Wands in the upright for me is movement. Okay, it is a movement card. In the reverse, it could mean backtracking. Okay, taking something back, going backwards. So somebody could be, if it is a lot of times it is a card of a physical movement. So what it would look like to me, especially with the Chariot here, because a Chariot is a movement forward. So for me, this looks like a actual physical motion of movement, which means that could be someone who literally could decide to pick up the phone and call you. They might come and knock on the door. They might send you flowers. They may send you a note. It looks like there is some action that could be taken, but that won't be for everyone. Sometimes it shows up in tarot as someone could be coming towards you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to do it in the physical. Okay? That could just mean in the ethers. So your brains are connecting, your minds are connecting. So it may show that somebody's coming back. Well, maybe it's not them coming back. Maybe it's just a memory. The memories come back. It's kind of the same thing. Okay? So for some, with that in mind, for some, there can be someone who actually may make the approach in the physical to come towards someone. Okay? For some, it's just a memory, or you will feel it energetically. Okay? For some. For others, you may see each other online. You ever scrolling through something, and then you see an ex's, people you may know, and it could be that person. That could be someone, that could show that someone is coming towards you, even though neither of you are really doing anything. You might show up in their feed. It could be something together, and you're both connecting, thinking it. But maybe no one actually says anything in the physical. Okay. So, okay. Keep that in mind. However, with this person, okay, they may have removed someone from their life. Okay. Not for everyone. Not for everyone. But some of them, there may have been someone that kind of came in between. Whoever that person is that came in between, gone. Gone. Okay. And that's only for a few. It's not for a lot of people. Okay. Because for a majority, the energy that I'm getting for this, there wasn't anything like that. Okay. That's what I'm getting. 120 souls. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Okay. Now, there is an element of somebody, somebody could even contact somebody, maybe send you why was I going to say Instagram? So somebody could even send somebody like a message, all right. What else we got? Is there anything else with this? I don't think there's really much more to be had with this. Ooh, yeah. Whether anything goes forward or not, if it is about a relationship, okay, I don't see anyone continuing anything like that. However, you may actually work together on a professional level. So, let's say, the relationship's done, we're not going to go back to that. Because once thank you. That's interesting. How this is being shown to me is once we break up with somebody, the person that we were in that relationship is not the same person as you are now. So with every relationship, you become part of, your energies merge, mingle. So you become part of that person. So when you leave that relationship and you change and you go back to yourself and you start doing other things, maybe meeting other people, if you try to go back into that situation, you become that person again that you were in that relationship, and so forth for the other person. That's how it's being shown to me. I don't know if that's factually true or not. I'm sure there's somebody that'd be like, no, that's not how it works. No, I'm just being shown that that's what it is. So even if you did say, even though you both are completely different people, once you go back into that relationship, you'll pretty much kind of like be the same person that you were in the relationship at that time. Okay. I don't know if that's for every situation, but at least for this situation, it would be like that. Okay. And it may not be a good thing. But what I am seeing is somebody may have one of your possessions. They may have clothes or something like that. And maybe somebody wants something back. They may give it back. But I do see somebody contacting somebody saying, hey, you know what? It didn't work this way, but, maybe professionally we could work together, business, or maybe I could use your help or your skills or your expertise. Okay. Let me see, and I feel like that could be it. I'm not necessarily sure that something is going to be started back up. At least that's what I'm getting. I don't know why my phone keeps going off. I have no idea. It's making me think I'm like missing. Well, all right. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. Now, let me check. So here's the thing. There is someone who completely cannot get over whatever it was. I'm not saying, if this person was dangerous, if this person, sometimes we know that. We have to use common sense. But if you're able to see things from the other person's perspective, okay, I'm not necessarily sure friends is often probably not good. Michelle! There's my girl. I haven't seen her in forever. How you doing? There's my girl. Old friend. Now, in regards to this situation, I don't necessarily know that, so whoever it is that is dealing with this, that person, so you, I'm just going to say it like this. There's something about this person, whatever it is that they did, you can't get past. You can't get past. You don't, not everyone, but there's, something that somebody cannot get past. And let's say this is and do whatever it is that you want, okay? I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just telling you to see things from a different perspective. Think of how it was that, whatever happened at that time, how things went down, and try to put yourself in their shoes. Because I feel like they're actually trying to put themselves in your shoes. So they're actually trying on a certain spiritual level. They are actually trying. And we're not the same person that we were. I'm not the same person I was 6 months ago. I'm not the same person. 2 weeks ago, I'm not the same person. I'm constantly changing. So, and that's what, somebody's actually going through. So think of it this way. Again, if this was something where it's just like, you know what, there's no way that I can let this person back in, because it's dangerous. Well, yes, of course. However, even if this was like a cheat, if somebody stole something, just use common sense. I think everyone understands. I hope everyone understands where I'm going with this. But, sometimes serious heartbreak, some people just can't forgive that, or they can't move past it. When you actually can, and that's what I have. I feel like it really could be a very good working, relationship, meaning if it's just strictly professional. Let's say they're just doing, something for you, or they're able to help you with some sort of expertise, maybe they can advise you on something legally, maybe they're skilled in that. Or maybe somebody's like why am I going to say the word counselor? I don't know why I'm saying that. It doesn't even really make sense, but I guess anything's possible. But let's say just on a professional level that you can use each other to help each other out, but not have anything beyond that. You're not calling each other up saying, hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's none of that. It's just strictly professional and keeping it at that level. I don't know why I keep wanting to say accountant. This person's just your accountant, and that's it. You used to date at one time, but now it's just professional. You've both gotten over it, like that. If that makes sense. I don't know why I keep saying that. But, just an example. Whatever it is, if it is just strictly professional, it could work, but somebody can't get past it. And you don't have to. If you can't, then you're just not ready. It's no problem. It's no problem. We all move on our own level, and we do whatever we do the best that we can. All right, that's what I got for that. All right, so I think I'm going to move on from this, unless anyone wants me to dig more into it. Get either a quick yes or a no. Which way you want me to go? You want to go yes or no to move forward? He has mental health issues. I'm working towards being a counselor. Oh, wow, that's fascinating. The reading makes so much sense. Thank you. I'm glad it makes sense. Okay. Flight. So go ahead and move. Yep. All right. Sounds good. I'm getting mixed. Now I came in late. Start fresh. All right. I think I got more no's. It's very, very mixed. I don't know what else. I'm not really sure there's any more that I can really dig out of the situation, honestly. Yeah, I'm not really sure there's much more. I think everyone pretty much got the gist of it. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move forward, and we'll do something different. You guys want me to do elements? Yeah, sometimes we have to. 122 souls here. Thank you, everyone. Turned out better than I thought, just unexpectedly on a Sunday. Thank you for everyone who is dropping me the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're in a healthy relationship. Beautiful. Very, very good. Elements. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Are you going to be okay, Jason? Is Jason going to be okay? I have to say yes. I don't want to pull any cards because then it would be unfair to everyone else. But I heard the word yes, Jason. So, okay. So we want to do elements, all right? So let's start off. Let's see what element we go with first. What element are we going to do first? Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. First card, earth, air, fire, water. Looks like clumsy earth. You know, it doesn't even sound like earth because we tend to be very, you know, whatever, but there could be a clumsy earth sign out there. Okay. All right, earth. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you are up. You are up. What do we have for the earth signs? What do we have for the earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh. Oh my Lord. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Look at that. There is new love coming in. New. Okay. Somebody's pulling the knives out of their chest. There's Two of Cups coming in for the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's get a little bit more on this, shall we? And then we'll move on to the next element. Somebody's no longer upset. They're no longer broken up about it. And I feel like that's going to be bringing in something very, very different. Somebody's looking for something, whether it is new love or not. Okay? We did have the Two of Cups. So it could be somebody just kind of like feeling all back together again. Okay? Yes, it's a collective for the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could just be feeling of, you know, just, yeah. Look at that. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Pages. Ooh, it's getting cold here. I'm getting goosebumps. Nine of Pentacles. There is someone who, somebody may live in the mountains, near the mountains. Okay? Somebody may live in the mountains or near the mountains. For some, it's a very, very dry, barren area. I don't know why I'm picking up on something about elevation. The higher the elevation, the more barren it is. That could mean a lot of different... Oh, okay. Anyway, that makes sense. The higher the elevation, the more barren it is. The more bare. The more alone. So, whoever it is, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whoever is ascending, kind of going to continue to go up on a level, there isn't as many people. I remember, you know, many, many years ago, back in 99, when I went to Colorado Springs and we went to Pikes Peak, and the higher the elevation we went up, you know, there was the green, and then each level, you know, elevation, and the higher we got, there was like no green because it was just the air, whatever. That's how I'm seeing it. So the higher the elevation that you go, energetically, but also spiritually, you know, the less people there are around you. Somebody could be looking for that one particular person. I'm not necessarily sure. This could be my ego talking. But I don't necessarily know that there is one particular person for you. I used to think that. So with me saying that, there could be somebody that maybe just doesn't believe that there is somebody out there for them. My soul has no mate. That could be how somebody's feeling. I don't necessarily know that that's true. I feel like there is somebody very unique and very different that's going to be coming in. For an earth sign. Earth signs in particular. Okay? I don't know who you are. This person actually could be an air sign. This person could be an air sign. Somebody very logical. Now there will be differences. However, I feel like this person is going to be on a different level just like you. Okay? Somebody could be very independent. Maybe they have their own. They have their own too. You have your own, they have their own. Okay? It could also be another earth sign. Definitely a lot of air. No, yeah. A little air, yeah. Air and earth is the energies that I'm getting. Okay. Emperor. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. This person is very established, could be very, very refined. This person, they don't really like to do things. They don't like to drink. They may like sweets. They like sweets. They like to indulge in sweets, or they maybe like a cocktail once in a while. I don't know why I'm getting Scotch whiskey. Okay, somebody may like to do that, and somebody stirs. They stir something with their finger, and then they like to do this. I don't know. I'm getting something about stirring something. Okay, so I don't know if that means anything. Somebody their hands or their fingers. They do something. They may like to. They like to do something with their hands or their fingers. What is this I'm seeing? What is this I'm seeing? It's something about the fingers and the hands. They do things. Maybe they type. Not necessarily. Well, they could be typing. But I'm seeing something different. I can't exactly explain it. That's who this person is. Okay. Now, this person is incredibly elevated, but I don't know if it's as much as of a spiritual nature. It's kind of, yep. Ace of Swords, kind of a little bit more on the under, Hermit, Virgo energy, Aries energy. And then the Ace of Swords. Again, so yeah, a builder. Yeah, I mean, it could be, I'm seeing some hands. I keep seeing this, and I keep seeing somebody stirring something with their finger, And they like to taste things. They like sweets. So like this, okay, so like if you're like, let's say you're in the kitchen and you're making a cake, this is the kind of person that will come over and stick their finger in it and you'd be like, get out of here, it's kind of like that. Okay? It's kind of cute. Anyway. This person is very intelligent and they're very good at whatever it is that they do. All right? So that's what I have coming in for you guys. Earth signs. I don't really... With this Ace of Swords, when it kind of came out like that, it's like, I feel like this person could be like practicing in the mirror. Somebody could even be talking in the mirror, doing affirmations in the mirror. Somebody could be trying to hype themselves up, So if someone's doing that, they're trying to elevate. And that's probably what I was getting about the whole thing about the elevating of a different level. So I was kind of getting something like that. So maybe that could be what somebody is doing, or a new approach that somebody's doing, a new method in order to raise somebody's vibration. Okay. You just started witchcraft. So, yeah, that's what that could be too. No, I haven't done air yet. I just did earth. Yeah, I think, with whoever that energy was for the earth signs, it felt good. It felt positive. I didn't see anything, or I didn't feel anything bad at all. Hello, I am who I'm meant to be. Hello there, friend. Okay, Vicky, thank you. You've been doing it since childhood with your mind. There you go. Very nice. All right. Let's see what element we get next. We just did earth. Earth has something very, very nice coming in. Okay. Of course, it's a two-way street. That person could come in if no one's paying attention. You might miss it. That's what I think. What element are we doing now? Water. Water. We are doing water signs. Knight of Cups. What do we have for the water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Sheesh. Something's all... Whew. Somebody has a lot on their mind. There's several different people here that somebody's dealing with. So, my water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Somebody's looking for love, wanting love. They're looking. So the moon came out sideways. Queen of Swords came out sideways. Nine of Wands came out kind of cocked off to the side. Nine of Swords came off, cocked off to the side. Six of Cups came out like that. And I'm leaving them just kind of like how they kind of came out. Here you have the Queen of Pentacles, and then here you have the Ace of Swords. Tell you what I'm getting. Somebody wants love. I feel as though somebody has a lot of emotions that they haven't really processed through. Oh, thank you. I am who I'm meant to be. Thank you so much. Somebody has so many emotions about a lot of things that they just have not processed through yet. There was an ending, probably several different people that they've dealt with. So this could just be one person in particular. Okay? Something's got to change. It's like something's got to change. So it feels like a challenge for somebody. Because, and it reminds me of how everyone always talks about water signs being just so emotional, yada, 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 and just letting it go at that, and just dismissing water signs. I'm not team water, I'm not team earth, I'm not team, I'm none of that. I don't do any of that. I treat everyone the same. I think every zodiac sign is crap, and I think every zodiac sign is beautiful. I know there's beautiful aspects and some horrible aspects of every zodiac sign. I could care less. I'm a Virgo, and I know there's things about Virgos I can't stand. Okay? But I know Virgos are good people too. So it's hit or miss. However, with that being said, I feel like it's a bit unfair how people keep dismissing it. Whether I don't even know that it's necessarily me. It's something is like telling me it's unfair that you guys are being marked like that. Just because you have certain feelings or you process things very, very differently. Okay? It doesn't make you better than other people because you maybe have a different sense of emotions, but it doesn't also make you less than people because of a different sense of how it is that you process your emotions. I don't know why I'm saying all of this. I'm just reading tarot, and I'm just channeling that messages. So don't anyone come at me, please. And I remove ego. Well, that's what I got. I feel like somebody has been unable to process a lot of things there. Somebody's been holding on to a lot. Somebody's been it's like every hurt, they hold on to it. So, and I know how hard it is to get rid of pain. For me, it's weird. It's like sometimes it's like I almost have to forget about it, like literally, and it could take years. Whereas, like, I look back at, certain things that happened, whatever, even a couple years ago, an ex that, people that have hurt me so bad. I look at it now, I'm like, I hope they're happy. I hope they're happy. I feel differently. Where there was, once upon a time, I never thought I could ever, forgive certain people or whatever. And I just like, But whoever this is, they carry every scorn. Probably even when they were 4 years old and their mom smacked them on the hand, it hurt their feelings so bad that they've never gotten over that. Okay? And it could have been something throughout, like, it's like every hurt throughout somebody's life, they are still holding on to it. Still. And believe me, I know it's hard to let that stuff go, but there's something that somebody definitely needs to do. Yeah. There's something about that, is being able to somehow let it go. Okay. Yeah, you never have to forget. I mean, I haven't, and what I meant by forget is like, out of sight, out of mind. At least for me, again, here I'm going to go from the perspective, of an earth sign. Okay. But how is this being shown? It's being shown to me as far as like, okay, being able to, like as life kind of moves along, and you almost like day-to-day life, you get caught up in certain things, and then eventually the memory starts to go away. And then you might go through papers 2 years later, 3 years later, and you'll see that person's name or something like that, or you'll stumble upon something, and then you'll remember it, and then you'll be like, oh, I kind of forgot. I'm like, oh, and then you kind of start to think about those things. I've gotten to a point where it's just like, I'm okay. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm trying to figure out how to express this to make it. So I apologize. Again, I'm long-winded. But that's kind of what I'm getting. So for me, I've learned to be able to be like, people that have done me wrong, even people that have lied on me, and intentionally, I know people who intentionally, they were really trying to F me over. They intentionally. I even look back at that and I'm like, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. They did what I don't know why they did it, but I don't even care. I hope they're well. And I don't know when or why or when that happened to me, but I'm grateful that I feel like that. And I don't hold that harbor or resentment anymore to those people. And I'm so grateful and I'm so happy. It feels so good to actually look back at those memories of what that person did to me and be like, man, I learned a lot. I learned so much from that. And I also learned about different aspects of human nature. And I think about why that person maybe did that to me. Maybe they misunderstood me. And I try to see it from a different perspective. And it feels so good and freeing. And I feel so much love, even to those people that really did some nasty stuff, horrible stuff to me, damaged my reputation for no reason. I look back at them and I'm like, hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm okay. And I actually feel love and gratefulness for that. I'm not saying that that's how you should feel. Okay? I'm saying that's where I'm kind of at. And I understand how hard it is to let go of that. Whoever it is in this scenario is holding on to every single scorn, everything, to the point I feel like whoever this is, and somebody's looking for love. They're looking for love on top of holding all this scorn. And they want love. But when you're kind of, NF. I'm hearing NF. I love NF. My favorite song from him, I'm starting to get goosebumps. It's called Remember This. There's a line, I'm hearing the line. I'm trying to figure out how it is. What is it? He always had problems with relationships. But that's, how does he say it? But that's what happens when you look at the world through a broken lens. I can't remember the exact lyrics. You always had a problem with relationships. That's because you're looking at the world through a broken lens. So no matter what or who comes in, you're going to be looking at them through a broken lens. And this even could be a pattern or a cycle. And until you're able to start to process through those things, there's going to be continuing to be racking up more points. Oh, I love NF. Yes. Yes, Zach. Yes, Jess. I love NF. He's got new stuff out. I haven't heard any of it yet, though. Okay. So, and I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. And I understand, and I think it's beautiful where you guys are, you know, having so much love and just feeling that pain. It really is a beautiful part of the water sign energy. It's so beautiful. But at some point, there's somewhere you have to start to kind of let some things go. Or process them somehow. Because life can be so much more, I mean, I am so happy. You know, I mean, my life's not perfect, but I am so happy where I am. You know? And I'm so grateful for those people. I'm actually grateful that they did to me what they did. I'll put it that way. It sounds interesting. I'm actually grateful that they did to me what they did. If not, I'd probably be that same person. So, I'm actually thankful. They did me a favor. They were my catalysts. They were the catalyst to push me in the direction that I'm in right now. Whether I read tarot for the rest of my life one here, but I don't think so. It's going to continue to change. You know, but where I am right now, connecting with all you guys, you know, I am so grateful. I'm eternally grateful for what they did. So, somebody wants love, but you're going to continue to get more of the same thing. So, it's something to think about. And somebody could even be blaming a couple of people in particular for like the downfall of their entire existence. You know? Yeah. I feel as though things are going to be changing for someone though. Someone also gets a lot of, somebody maybe even has dreams about something. In fact, recently, look at that. Somebody recently has had dreams about another person. They could be having nightmares or being haunted about certain things. If that's the case, maybe it's good to seek somebody to help process through that. You know, see if there's someone, you know, if you don't like certain counselors or therapists, maybe look to see if there's someone that does a little bit more, you know, where there's like, I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, you don't want to go see someone who doesn't specialize in, you know, they don't specialize in, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can't think. But that's what I'm getting. Somebody may be even having problems thinking or having problems with their memory because of it. Okay. Somebody may be having memory problems. So, and I think it's because there's too much going on up here. There's too much. I remember, yeah, like a spiritual coach, somebody who's more, you know, if it's something like that. I remember reading about fruit flies. I think it was fruit flies a little while ago. And about their memory, how they let certain things go. And it's because they have to let certain things go. I think their memory is like only like 3 seconds long. But they do have memory when in regards to pain. So they do remember pain. Okay. But everything else they forget. You know, they forget. So it's kind of like that. All right. So I don't know. I hope this makes sense. Somebody could be having problems with memories because it's like you only have so much room for so much storage. There's only so much space for so much storage. So if you are wanting to bring in something brand new, if you're wanting to bring in something brand new, like the fruit fly, they have to let go of old memories so that they can bring in new memories of pleasure centers, finding sugar, finding something sweet. Okay? They have to let go of the bad memories in order to bring in new memories. There's only so much of a capacity that the brain can actually store so much memories. The brain is a tape recorder. You know, it records everything. It stores memories. It's up to you to kind of like swap out the memories or something like that. That's what I'm getting. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean for your reading to go so deep, but you guys are deep. So I hope that made sense. All right. Let's see what element we get next. What element are we getting next? What element are we getting next? It's water again. Okay, so we need air. Air or fire. Air or fire. We already have earth. I'm glad it made sense. I am who I'm meant to be. And we got air. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. 69 souls. Thank you, everyone. I think a lot of people dropped off when I started talking about the water sign because I got too deep, I think. A lot of people aren't. Anyway, air signs. There is someone who likes to indulge in something. Now, here's the thing. Something is just too tempting. It's too tempting. So whatever this is, it's like sweet. It's like the nectar. So this could be gossip. Somebody needs to maybe stop talking so much. Somebody needs to stop talking so much. Okay? August generally is Leo. Leo energy. Okay? So somebody needs to, it's like somebody indulges too much. Somebody got in trouble. I'm just going to put it that way. Somebody got in trouble. Somebody maybe even got tired of somebody, so somebody may have found out that somebody was talking about them behind their back. Or, you know, I thought you were a friend. You know, the things that I tell you are in secret. They're not supposed to be telling other people. It's a given. It's a given. Do I really? I'm literally hearing it. I'm feeling this. It's a given. If I tell you something, that doesn't mean go around. I shouldn't even have to tell you. I should not even have to tell you to not say anything to anyone. Does there have to be a disclaimer? It's kind of what I'm getting. Somebody's like really, really upset at another person. There should be no disclaimer. You should know. You should know better. If I tell you something, that doesn't mean go around and tell everybody. That's what I'm getting. Somebody it's just too good. It's too sweet. Somebody cannot help it. It's like an addiction. It's like a rush that somebody gets. And it's not even like they probably do it on purpose or intentionally. It's just part of who they are. It's like the ecosystem. What does that even mean? How do I even... It's part of their ecosystem. Just put it that way. It's how they, you know, it's how they thrive. It's how they thrive. Somebody thrives on... And that's because there's somebody, man, why are these readings so deep? Whoever this is, they thrive on that because it's like, somebody's like a validation. So somebody likes to be popular. Somebody likes to be popular. They like to be the star of the show. They like to, you know, they like to be the center of attention, but not necessarily be the center of attention. They like to seem rogue and cool, but they like to be, you know, they like to stand out amongst everyone else. And it's a part of the reputation. So in order to talk to other people, they like to know about other people. They like to get information about other people. They like to come across as a certain way. I don't necessarily think that this person's a bad person, but it's just part of their ecosystem. Okay? I'm getting that. All right? It's just part of their makeup. It's just who they are. But somebody, whoever it is, they really, really urinated in somebody's cornflakes. It's kind of how I heard it. I don't know why. And it wasn't the word urinate. Somebody really upset another person because they just talk about, you know, whatever. All right. And this person is going through a lot of... Somebody went through judgment. So somebody may have called another person and be like, you know, or maybe somebody in talking. Let's say somehow this person, whoever it is, they got caught. They got caught doing this. And it was because somebody was out and about and, you know, they bumped into somebody and they like, hey, you know, started talking, and they're like, how does this person know about that? You know, it's kind of like that. And it's just like, I only told one person. And it's like that. Okay. It's like, well, you know, and it's like this person's like putting it together like, well, I know that this person's done this before and they've done it to other people. So why wouldn't they do it to me? And somebody's actually like, well, I should have known better. I feel so stupid. Something is like, I'm like really, really getting into somebody's like, who? It's the Empress. Look at that. Look at that picture. Hey, let me help you with that. Hey, talk to me. You know, it's like somebody, but I don't necessarily, I don't feel like this person does anything to be evil intentionally. They just like to help other people. And in doing that, they like to conversate. Okay? And they don't realize that there should be boundaries. There should be certain things that you don't have to tell other people. And it's not because, you know, you just want to kind of hang out with other people and whatever, yada, yada, yada. I don't think that this person really fully understands that. Okay? All right. Wheel of Fortune. Ugh. I don't see any love in these cards. I don't see any love in these cards. I see it's good and it's bad. I'm just going to chalk it up to this. Somebody probably wasn't meant to be around that person. Let's just look at it. Let's put our spiritual glasses on and look at it that way. Somebody just wasn't meant to be around that person. Because I don't want to talk bad about that person. I don't necessarily feel like they're a bad person. It's just somebody probably naturally thought that somebody would kind of like not do something, not trample their boundaries. They would not hit on their girlfriend. They would not hit on their boyfriend. They naturally thought somebody would not do certain behaviors, which is part of their ecosystem, which is part of their DNA. You know, let's say this is somebody who's just naturally flirty. Maybe they don't mean anything by it. They just naturally flirt with everyone. Maybe they're not attracted to the person that they flirted with. But they, you know, it's just part of their who they are. It's just how they talk. But somebody was like, how dare you flirt with my girlfriend? It's kind of like that. And they're like, well, I wasn't doing that. That's just kind of, you know. So with that in mind, like I said, I don't necessarily feel like this person was bad or they did anything really, really bad. Okay. It's just two different kinds of, just two different people, you know. With this Two of Swords in reverse, and then you have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, somebody has blocked somebody out, and I feel like it's because, you know, it was just time for somebody to kind of leave out of somebody's life. That's just kind of how I'm getting it. It was just time for somebody to leave out of somebody's life. It was time for somebody to move on. Okay. Oh, wait, well, they're painting the roses red. They're painting the roses red. So, do I think this person's a saint? No. They do. It's like they intentionally like to get into the drama. And they do like to pull the wool over people's eyes. Maybe they don't see what they do as wrong or bad. I mean, I don't necessarily, you know, see them out there as being intentionally vicious. It's just who they are. So you guys just don't, you both just come from two different kinds of people, two different kinds of understandings, two different kind of worlds, probably two different kind of elements. Okay? It just doesn't really seem to go together. All right. Now, I do like this Wheel of Fortune here. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune. For the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. That's Two of Wands. Okay. is 10 of Wands. More. Let's do Wands. All right, air signs. You could be, you have a water sign. Air signs have, they're in between a fire sign and a water sign. Air signs are between a fire sign and a water sign. Doesn't have to be. It's just the energy of somebody who's very, you know, probably somebody very emotional, sweet, and then somebody very, you know, something very, you know, hot, you know, somebody very quick, whimsical, boisterous, okay, passionate, you know, it's two different energies, okay. Somebody could be trying to choose which way to go in between a couple of different energies. Whoever this person is, I feel like they kind of like drop things very, very quickly. They move on from things very, very quickly, okay. Yeah. So now the one person is really, really agitated by whatever this is, and they just can't seem to let it go. However, the other person, the light, more airy energy, I feel like it is it's like, you know what, I'm already done. I'm already okay with it. I'm already moving on to something else. And I got two different ones to choose between. That's kind of what I'm getting with that. This is interesting. Give me some more on this. So, oh, that's interesting how they kind of like, yeah. King of Wands in reverse. I don't know. Oh, man. You know, yeah, the Eight of Swords here. So whoever this person is someone that they can't tie down. Someone that they can't, you know, they don't like to be tied down. Yes, air. This is air. Somebody doesn't like to be tied down. Okay? They probably more or less, you know, they could even be going in between two different energies. Somebody could have played two different energies. You have fire and you have water. Yeah. Something could definitely be coming back around. I don't... Is anyone dealing with somebody, you know, either you are air or the other person that you're dealing with is air? I have this King of Wands in reverse. And this King of Wands in reverse is in between two women. Okay. Is this making any sense? Okay. And it's the Wheel of Fortune, and it was through the Wheel of Fortune when I clarified it. So this is something that just keeps going and going and going and going. It's like not stopping. So it's like, well, that makes sense. So it's like somebody who, it's like this. There's always someone who is going to be there. Some people will never, ever, ever learn a lesson in life. And that could be what this person does. Because if, you know, if somebody's like, I'm hearing like, good luck finding another one like me. Well, they'll easily find another one like you. Because there's always going to be somebody else. 7.8 billion, maybe 8 billion people on the planet. There's always going to be somebody else. So, they may not have certain aspects that they like out of you, but they'll find something different in somebody else. That's the way this person thinks. And they're not, I can't say that they're wrong. There is always going to be somebody else. There is. It just is. Whether that's just how life is for all of us or none of us. That's this person's mindset. So, are they wrong or right? Yes and no. Morally, maybe they're wrong. But energetically, metaphysically, they're right. Which is why it's a very delicate balance, having so much power. Understanding how certain things work, it can be very dangerous. Certain metaphysical, when people learn certain things about how certain things work, they know how to cheat and do bad things, and that could be what this person does. They may not even be very, very spiritual, but you don't have to be spiritual to understand metaphysical powers. There's lots of people that do it all the time. They're not spiritual at all. In fact, they're very probably anti-spiritual. But they understand how energy works and how people work. And they use it to their advantage. And that can be what this person does. So, this person's always going to, and this person could be going back to that word catalyst, they could be the catalyst in everyone's life to make people either start to value themselves, not fall prey to somebody, or see the signs, is kind of what I'm getting with this person. Because I don't necessarily feel like this person sets out to do, maybe they don't think it is, because the mindset that I'm getting is this person doesn't think that they do anything wrong. They just don't think. So maybe it's like, sometimes when, I don't want to make this a battle of the SEXESs, but like a lot of times, feminine energy is going to relationships. It's almost like, well, if we do this, then it should be a given that, we are together. Well, no, not for everyone. Not unless it's, agreed upon verbally. You don't necessarily get involved with somebody and think, and I mean, that's kind of like how my female brain, works or used to work, is like, if we do something, then we're probably in a relationship. Well, not everyone thinks like that. So it's not an automatic given to everyone, So, that's where, and I feel like that's where it's kind of like, this person technically, you would think morally it's kind of like not so good, but technically they're not wrong when you want to look at it that way. Okay. So as long as, everyone's willing to, if people are willing to do certain things, with another person without laying out the ground rules first, or telling somebody what it is that, if I do this with you, I expect you to not do that. It's almost like training somebody, and it's a very good possibility, but a lot of times people will, it's kind of like, reminds me of like when you're a kid, to keep the boyfriend when you're, a teenager, you might, get physical with them, but that doesn't mean you're going to keep them, but a lot of times, at least that's how it was when I grew up in my time. I know of girls that were like that. I know I was like that, when I was a kid. You think that in order to keep your boyfriend, that you have to lay down with them, okay? And that's kind of the mindset, at least women that I grew up with, and it's not the same mindset of the opposite gender, It's not that mindset. So it's not an automatic given. So it's up to, sometimes it's up to, it's it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. I think I'm kind of done with this. Yeah, if you're telling people we just friends, don't expect me not to keep my option open. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have that aspect too. You have people that say, oh, we're friends with benefits. Well, what if people have a lot of friends with benefits? If you're going to be friends with benefits, you say, are you going to be sleeping with other friends, or is it just you and me? If so, then that kind of like constitutes a relationship. It gets very, it's a lot going on there. No, you can't mislead, but you can mislead. You can. The whole world is broken because everyone misleads, because they can. They're doing it. You know, we all have a different sense of morals. You know, what I feel morally, the next person may not have my same morals. So to somebody else, they don't think that they're misleading. They don't know that they're misleading. They're just living life day by day, doing what they can to survive. So they can. They don't see what they're doing as wrong. You see what they're doing as wrong. So to them, it's okay to mislead. Does that make sense? I've lost so many guy friends because I'm just nice and I haven't misled. Well, I mean, I'm 46. And I know that that's part of their language. You know? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking bad, but it's kind of just how it is. That's how. Hey, Michelle, you're still here. Oh, Rebecca's here too. Well, it's up to you to not let it turn into that. Don't let it turn into that. Okay? It doesn't matter if they expect it. Don't give it. That could be part of what it is that you need to learn out of this. You know? That, you know, I mean, I don't have friends. I used to have friends of the opposite gender. I don't anymore. You know? I put up that boundary because I saw that there was no way that people could, you know, they just kind of wait for something. And it's not all, you know. Probably maybe 5 men I've known in my life who really were just completely, but I can't say that. I can't say that either. But I just remember a good handful of guys that never, ever. But a majority of my male friends were always waiting, you know. And they weren't really friends. So, all right. It looks like we have fire. Yes, but you're putting an expectation on somebody. You're putting an expectation. So, yeah. I mean, friendship is important, but it's not the most important to me, you know. I mean, friendships are good, but, you know, no, it's just something I ponder a lot. I'm not saying friends aren't important. They are. But number one is important. You know, me and whatever, you know. Just like my friends. I would hope my friends take themselves more important than they think about me. You know. Self-love. Self-love. You know. Fire! I just, look, there's a hermit, what is going on here? I'm actually hearing that song, Fire Woman. Yes. You're a Sag moon. Very awesome. Yes, Jan. Yes. Okay. I mean, it's not like being selfish. I don't mean about being selfish, but death. What's going on with fire signs? Holy moly. Fire signs, what is going on? Fire signs okay? Aries, Sag, Leo. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's keep this going. One more. I'm trying to ask a question. Yes, they do. Yes, Sydney Moon, they do. Well, maybe it's like a, like I said, for me, I've just, I just don't, I don't have friends that I'm close to of the opposite gender. I don't tell anybody, I don't tell my secrets or anything like that. So, all right. Aries, Leo, Sag. What do we got? Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Six of Pentacles. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. What's going on? You got the Six of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords, and you have the Ten of Wands. Tell me about this Eight of Swords. I don't like this Eight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Okay. Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Somebody's a bit impulsive. Somebody's a bit impulsive. Okay? I feel like somebody is trying to distract themselves. And somebody is doing too much for everyone else. Somebody is doing too much for everyone else. And somebody's being like very, very hasty. Somebody's like being very impulsive and hasty towards somebody. Or even if it's just their own needs. It doesn't even have to be against somebody else. It could be just be there being impulsive. Or something in regards to their own needs. Okay, thank you for the follow. And I feel like somebody is doing too much. So it's like somebody's like not... Again, this kind of is like coming from a fact of somebody's like, they're looking at... Somebody is looking at their own wants and needs. They're saying that they like balance and they want to work with somebody. Yet, they're rushing. Okay? And now they're feeling weighted down because of something. What is this Ten of Wands? Somebody could be eating a lot. Somebody could be eating a lot. And I think it has something to do with the whatever is going on emotionally. What do they call it when you... Emotional eating, is that what it is? I'm not saying anything bad about that, but I mean, it's like somebody maybe trying to find some kind of satisfaction. All right, so what is this? Holy moly. So this Page of Swords under this Ten of Wands. We have this Five of Wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have the Hanged Man. Okay. You could be dealing with a Pisces. In particular. I think I remember hearing recently, I don't know how true it is. I remember, it just popped in my head. Aries doesn't get along very well with Pisces. I don't know if that's true or not. But I heard one of the astrologers on TikTok. I know. I heard one of them saying that. So I don't know if it's true. But it's almost like that. Okay? Somebody could be dealing with someone who, it's just it's like two different energies. It's like somebody, and somebody here is like fighting. Okay? You have somebody here that's fighting. I don't know what flamingos, is there something specific about flamingos? Does anyone know what the metaphysical meaning of first flamingos are? Because the flamingos are really, really sticking out here for me. Pink, and flamingos. I don't know. I don't know why that's really, really sticking out to me. And these sticks look like they're in the shape of a star. Okay. So, okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is something going on that it's like somebody is in a cocoon. Somebody is in a cocoon. Okay? Somebody is needing to... It's like somebody's going through like a regrowth or a new birth. It's kind of how it's being shown to me. It's reminding me like of, you know, stand on one leg. I'm seeing it a couple different ways. I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand what this is that it's showing me. Stand on one leg. So like you have flamingos, don't they stand on one leg? But then I'm seeing somebody telling somebody stand on one leg. So somebody wants to control somebody. Somebody wants to control somebody. So it's like stand on one leg, hop on one foot. Somebody wants to control somebody. Yeah, that's what that is. So there could be somebody who you may have been dealing with who wanted to work together, or maybe may have seemed very, very balanced, but internally they weren't. Or maybe somebody was trying to make somebody feel a little off. Okay? I'm getting something about control. I keep seeing that image of somebody telling somebody to stand on one foot. So I feel like somebody was like trying to like control somebody. Okay? I don't know if that makes any sense. So somebody could be going through some sort of an awakening, you know, as far as whatever this is. It's like, it's only like, I think it was like a matter of time for somebody to kind of understand this about another person. Somebody may be upset because, I mean, one foot. Look at that world. More on this. This Queen of Wands, she's sideways. She's actually sideways. Queen of Wands. So if you went through something, dealing with somebody. Now this could even be something, okay, so I'm getting a little bit more specific with this. Okay. Time just ran out. Time just ran out. There's also something about didn't I see, yeah, checkers. Somebody likes to hop very quickly around other things or around other people. Okay? Somebody maybe even wants to get through certain things very, very quickly. Not necessarily chess. I'm getting checkers. Because I'm seeing the checkers. So somebody's very quick. You know, very, very quick. They like to kind of advance forward quickly. They like to move forward quickly. You know. And that could be part of somebody's lesson. You know. Because I'm seeing like something very, very impulsive. Okay. I'm seeing somebody that doesn't like to wait. But all I'm getting is somebody just needs time to heal and figure out exactly whatever it was. So, because you have the star at the bottom of the deck, okay? Demanding. It could be demanding. That might be a good word. That could be, that's probably a good word, because I was getting the stand on one foot. It's almost like, I don't necessarily know that somebody really wanted to control somebody, because it's not like I have anything like really in the reverse, although these aren't like the greatest cards, even in the upright regardless. Maybe I give the benefit of the doubt too much. I don't know. But no, I don't feel like there's anything like really, really bad. I feel like it's just something where, you know, this Page of Swords here, I don't know necessarily, I don't like this Knight of Swords combined with this Page of Swords around this Eight of Swords. I don't like that. All right. Somebody could see that somebody else is working very, very hard, or somebody maybe, you know, maybe there's going to be a period of hard work coming up for another person. I keep getting something about the cocoon. I don't know anything about the pink flamingos, whether if that makes any sense whatsoever. What in the world? Okay. Judgment. Judgment. Six of Cups. It's like sometimes, and again, the judgment, it's not in the reverse, you know, so I don't necessarily feel like either, I don't feel like the person really is necessarily a bad person. I don't think that this is a bad person. It's just the way, it's kind of like when I kind of got into my tangent about the water signs. You know, they just have a different way about going through life. Earth signs have a different way about going through air signs. We all move differently. And whatever it is, however it is for this person, they just move differently. Okay? And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So I don't necessarily feel like this is a bad person, but they may actually hide a lot of stuff beneath the surface. They may pretend to be okay with certain things. For instance, and I am getting an aspect that somebody probably does too much for other people. You know, like, example, my sister. I love my sister so much. She's got one of the biggest hearts I've ever known. She's an Aries. She's just very, you know, she's just like, I mean, nobody messes with my sister. My sister can be scary. I mean, you know, nobody messes with my sister. But there's like, you know, this like a bit of, there's like a lot of, you know, she can be very animated, you know. And it's kind of like that. It's like, but this person isn't a bad person. And I'm not saying anything about, oh my God, I'm not saying anything about my sister. Jeez. No, I don't mean it like that. But just knowing how different we are. Okay. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Now, whoever this person is, they do a lot. I mean, like, you know, she does so much for a lot of other, I don't know, this isn't, I'm just giving an example because I know her personality. But she does so much for a lot of other people, you know. And, you know, whoever this person is, they have a lot to give a lot of people. And they're probably always over-giving. Okay? So with that, they get very impulsive. Because like I said, I don't want to beat up on whoever this person is. I feel like this probably is a good person, but they have a lot of stuff internally. Probably because they like to help others. And it's like they take the bull by the horns and they want to do everything and they want to fix everything and they want to do this and they want to do that and they just want to kind of, you know, and some of us don't move that way. Okay? So with that, they probably take care of a lot of different people and they get it done. Okay? Unfortunately, it puts them in this state a lot, and it puts them in this where they're fighting with themselves because they want to do things for a lot of other people, yet, you know, it's kind of what it is. I feel like somebody's just kind of is going to be going through this like this awakening about how it is that they're showing up in the world to other people, how much they're giving of themselves. Okay, and then either expecting the exact same thing in return. And that could be what that is too. Sometimes people are not in the same position to give. For example, you have somebody, friends. You have two friends. One's very wealthy, one's not very, don't have a lot of money. Okay. And you have somebody who is able to give this friend, they take them out, they do this and this, and then it puts this person who doesn't really have a lot financially in a position to feel obligated to want to pay them back or do this or whatever. And maybe they just can't. So they can only repay this person in a certain way, with kindness, with words, with motivation. It's almost like two different kind of love languages, you could say. I've had that many, many times in relationships where people always want to, example, I've had, a couple relationships, where people don't, like me, for me, it's like service, acts of service and stuff like that. And I like to feel, I like to be around my person, if it's that time, I like I'm very much like a water sign. For being Earth, I'm very much like a water sign, emotionally. So I understand where water signs come from, even though I probably only have like a lick of water in my chart. I understand how they are and how they feel and how they move. With that being said, I could probably show up in a lot of relationships like a water sign, okay? With the amount of love that I have and passion. And I like to do things, and the way that I show up love-wise is different from the way others do. So whereas like the dynamic in other relationships where it's just like, I would like, just to spend some time with you, quality time. And, I can be very romantic and, yada, yada, yada. But the other way that the couple people that I've been with only understand how like to buy things for people. Okay. Where it's like, somebody from way in my past, wasn't really there. I felt very abandoned. I felt very like a chair, like a piece of furniture. I'm just there. When we go out in public, we're just a happy couple. But when we're home, it's just like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. I didn't know what to do with myself because I was just like, kind of felt, like abandoned and not, I felt like nothing, like a chair. I literally felt like that. But this person would, buy me things, or whatever. And that was their love language, I'm not saying that they're a bad person, but that wasn't my love language, because I could care less about any of that. I really don't care. It doesn't, are those things nice? Yes, but that's not where I feel emotionally bankrupt, where I have to fill it with possessions. I don't feel like that. And I'm not saying that that's how other people are, but it's almost like, it's like some people kind of depend on that. They think that they can just, do certain things and then just whatever. So it's just kind of like whatever it is about two different love languages. So somebody's going to really start to be able to dive deep. Whoever this is, maybe they could be very, awakened. But I feel like they're going to be going through much, much more. And realizing about how much they give to other people. Okay? I'm the same way, healing goddess. I'd rather just sit, cuddle up, watch a movie, and make out neck. Do some necking. But, but the way that I see it isn't necessarily, hello there, Karen. But, that's some other people are just like, ew, we save that for another time. They don't want to do any of that, So that's what you have. I feel like somebody's going to be rethinking their, I don't want to use the word strategy, but that came to mind. Somebody could be rethinking the way that they kind of like, approach other people and how other people approach them. How much they're giving to people, how much they're investing. If they're doing too much. I feel like somebody is like literally does too much. I feel like they do it for everyone. Okay? Also, I feel like a lot of close people around them. For me, this could be like, you know, let's say friends. It could be children. Yeah, I hate to sound like that. But it feels like somebody very, very close. So I feel like they may even realize that, you know, maybe they do a little bit too much for friends. People maybe expect, you know, maybe they do too much. And I feel like somebody could be feeling very, very depleted, and it's starting to kind of get to them. Okay. Whereas they've always at one point was able to give it and they love to. Well, now they're starting to think a little differently. Okay. That's what I have. I keep getting something about the cocoon and waking up. Maybe thinking too highly of some people sometimes, you know. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for the air signs. You know, somebody does too much. Somebody does too much for others. 41 souls here. Yes. Yes. There's always going to be more and more and more and more awakenings. So many. It's nonstop. At least that I've seen. I say no, obviously, to giving. Yeah. It's my pleasure. Thank you. I hope the messages helped. Like I said, I'm kind of feeling tired now. Is the United States the only one that do the putting the clocks ahead? I think Healing Goddess, I believe you're from Australia. Karen, if she's still here, she's from Australia. You just woke up. So with that in mind, and I think Jess is still here. So they're all from, you know, different countries. Do you guys, like today, they have, they move the clocks ahead an hour. They do it every year, twice a year. They put it back and then they do, you know, today they put it ahead. It's 10 a.m. in Australia. So you guys do it too in other countries? I don't know. You guys do daylight savings? What? Is 23:50 in UK? Did you move your clocks ahead an hour this morning or yesterday or whatever it was this morning in the UK, Jess? Did anyone see that flash? Is anyone seeing flashes? I keep seeing flashes. I'm seeing flashes. I keep seeing flashes. I kept seeing flip, 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 flip. Like literally right in front of me. That was interesting. Okay. They moved tonight. So this doesn't make any sense. How come the world can't agree on anything? But yet we can agree on moving the clocks back and forth? Am I the only one that just thought of that? How come the world can agree on that? Does that even make sense? Can't agree on anything. We agree that we're going to move the clocks back and forth twice a year. When did they come to that agreement? And why did everyone agree? That's a little strange. Something I'd like to ask. Time is a lie. No. Sidereal time. I mean, planets movement, you know, and you think about, you know, etheric time as far as whatever, you know, we know that the planets move, so we know that that age does exist. But as far as, you know, etherically, you know, time doesn't exist. There's many different ways to tell time, or not necessarily tell time, but you have different states of time. So I wish they would leave it too. There's no reason to mess up our internal clocks. For what? That's what they say. It's about the dairy industry or whatever. Yeah, that's what they say. Come on. How many farmers are there globally? So we changed the entire planet? Doesn't make sense. It's because farmers are going to do their thing regardless, aren't they? Just like the animals, they have their own clocks. Yeah, yeah. The cows are like, oh wait, you know, we gotta. The cows are like, we gotta move the clocks back. It's nature. You don't care. Can you imagine how confused the Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's my girl. That's my girl, Michelle. She's hilarious. She's hilarious. All right. Well, we actually did pretty good. We're down to 33 souls. I think we had I think at one point we had what, like over 160. Last night was we did really good last night. Last night was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people in here last night. I was surprised. Anyway. All right. Oh, one more thing before I go, because I'm getting sleepy. One more thing. Don't forget, because if anyone here is not following me on YouTube or whatever, make sure you follow me over there, because apparently they're going to be voting whether or not, I think on the 26th or the 27th, if TikTok's going to stay. They may be banning it in our country. So, for that matter, good night, Michelle. Thank you for stopping by. It was nice to see you. It's been a little while. Thank you. And Rebecca, if she's still here. All right. So, yeah, I don't know if anyone's heard about it, but they're thinking about, you know, banning TikTok. So, you guys haven't heard about it? Yeah, that's what they've been doing. That's why I keep saying it in readings and stuff. And the reading I posted yesterday was really a little iffy. It was just like, ooh, we really could lose TikTok. So, just so you know, just so you remember me, make sure you're following me on YouTube. It's the same handle as it is here, at Become the Star, or Become the Star, 3 separate words, uppercase, you know, BTS. Yes, it is. Yes, they're going to be voting to ban it in the U.S. And it's not really looking good for us. Just so you know. It's a good possibility that they could make us make people remove the app, and we don't have TikTok anymore. It's a good possibility. All right. So, for that matter, I'm going to start doing, you know, lives. I want to make it worth my time now. Well, I'll start doing lives on YouTube. Should anything happen here, I will be doing a lot more. I'll be pumping out a lot more on YouTube, and I'll be doing lives on YouTube. Good night, Jess. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming and helping. Thank you to all my moderators. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. But yeah, let everyone know. You know, if you know other people that, you know, say, hey, you might, if you know of any, you know, creators in the U.S., you know, you might want to find them on different platforms, you know, just in case. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Have a great week. And I'm going to be going live Wednesday, I think 6 p.m.